They told you that farming was just about planting and harvesting, right? But the truth is that it holds immense power to solve some of humanity's most pressing problems. Discussing hunger, inequality, climate change, and social justice seems like an impossible puzzle to solve. Yet, there is one essential piece that connects all this: sustainable agriculture. Here's a thought-provoking question. What do you think lies behind affordable food, clean water, or even peace in rural communities? It's not just a matter of techniques, but transforming the countryside into an engine of global change. Get ready to dive into a reality that will change the way you see the world. What we're about to reveal not only breaks myths, but also shows you how to be part of this revolution. Now let's look at each of the Sustainable Development Goals and see how sustainable agriculture can be that essential piece of this puzzle. SDG 1. No poverty. Eradicating poverty starts in the fields, where agriculture is the backbone of millions of rural families. Imagine a farmer who, with sustainable techniques, turns his piece of land into a constant source of income. By adopting practices like crop rotation or composting, he reduces costs, increases productivity, and ensures his family's livelihood. And the most impressive part? This not only improves his life, but also strengthens the local economy, creating a virtuous cycle. Now, think about the impact of a community project that teaches small producers to use natural resources efficiently. They learn to do more with less, planting diverse foods and creating small cooperatives. These initiatives not only combat poverty, but also open doors to larger partnerships, connecting the farmer to the market. And speaking of opening doors, guess what else this connects to? Directly to the next topic: ensuring food on the table for everyone. SDG 2. Zero hunger and sustainable agriculture. Hunger is not just the absence of food. It's also the lack of access to nutritious and sustainable food. Imagine an agroforestry garden that combines fruits, vegetables, and native trees, creating a healthy and productive ecosystem. Techniques like agroforestry not only provide fresh and varied foods, but also protect the soil and promote biodiversity. It's nature working in harmony to feed entire communities. Moreover, practices like organic farming ensure chemical-free food, accessible even to families with fewer resources. Producers can sell directly to consumers through markets or community baskets, creating a direct link between those who grow and those who consume. This not only combats hunger, but also sets the stage for the next major transformation: taking care of everyone's health and well-being. SDG 3. Good health and well-being. Foods grown without pesticides are more than a healthy choice. They are an investment in quality of life. Imagine picking a lettuce directly from a garden that has never seen pesticides, knowing you are bringing health to your table and to the planet. Sustainable practices like composting keep the soil alive and rich in nutrients, directly reflected in more nutritious and tastier food. The connection goes beyond food. Farmers adopting sustainable methods protect not only their families, but also their communities, reducing pollution of rivers and water reservoirs. It's an impact that reverberates in public health, where less pollution means fewer diseases. And speaking of lasting impact, did you know this also influences the future of upcoming generations? Education is the next key. SDG 4. Quality education. Education has the power to transform realities, especially when connected to sustainability. Imagine projects that teach young people in rural communities to grow food while protecting the environment. Besides learning to plant, they understand the value of preserving natural resources, preparing to lead the future with responsibility and innovation. In many communities, schools integrated into agricultural projects offer more than practical lessons. They create income opportunities for families, transforming knowledge into products like organic vegetables and medicinal plants. This virtuous cycle connects learning, sustainability, and progress. And in the field, this progress is all about equality, especially when we talk about who is planting these seeds. SDG 5. Gender equality. In the fields, women are true transformative forces, yet they often face barriers to accessing resources and opportunities. Sustainable agriculture breaks this cycle, promoting inclusion and empowering women. Imagine a cooperative where women lead, learn modern techniques, and have access to the market to sell their products. This financial autonomy transforms their lives and strengthens their communities. Moreover, sustainable practices like community gardens create spaces for collaboration, where women can share knowledge and support each other. Agricultural training programs for them have yielded impressive results, showing that equality in the field is synonymous with prosperity. And speaking of prosperity, ensuring clean water for everyone is one of the next essential steps. SDG 6, Clean Water and Sanitation. Water is an essential resource for life and agriculture, yet conventional practices often contaminate rivers and aquifers. Sustainable techniques, such as protecting springs and using natural inputs responsibly, are true saviors of water resources. Imagine a property that collects rainwater, uses biocomposites, and preserves riparian forests. These small steps have massive impacts, ensuring clean water for future generations. Moreover, sustainable soil management reduces erosion, preventing sediments from contaminating water reservoirs. Community initiatives can include simple projects like installing eco-friendly septic systems and natural filtration systems. This care not only protects water resources, but also creates a cycle of well-being. And when we think about cycles, clean energy enters the equation to close the next loop. SDG 7, Affordable and Clean Energy. Sustainable agriculture isn't just about planting and harvesting. It's also about generating energy in a clean and efficient way. Imagine a farm using solar panels to pump water or biogas systems to convert organic waste into fuel. These solutions not only cut costs, but also reduce dependence on fossil fuels, contributing to a greener future. In addition, community projects can integrate biodigesters to produce energy locally, even powering small rural industries. This energy autonomy opens new opportunities for farmers, enabling them to produce more with less impact. And speaking of producing more, let's explore how to create decent jobs and promote sustainable economic growth. SDG 8, Decent Work and Economic Growth. Sustainable agriculture is a powerful tool for creating decent jobs and strengthening the economy. Imagine small farmers who, with technical support and market access, improve their working conditions and expand their production. Local cooperatives also offer not just jobs, but training opportunities, ensuring a more prosperous future for rural families. This growth benefits not only the farmers, but also stimulates local economies, fostering related businesses like transportation, distribution, and trade. With sustainable practices, rural areas become spaces for human development and innovation. And speaking of innovation, let's dive into how technology can further transform the agricultural sector. SDG 9, Industry, Innovation, and Infrastructure. Sustainable agriculture is increasingly integrated with innovation, making production more efficient and accessible, even for small farmers practicing regenerative agriculture. And when it comes to industry, agro-industries are essential to transform raw agricultural products into high-quality, semi-processed goods for the population. Moreover, investing in agricultural infrastructure, such as roads for transportation and storage facilities for food, strengthens the connection between farms and markets. Public-private partnerships have shown transformative results in this area, improving logistics and access to resources. When access is democratized, reducing inequalities and creating opportunities for all becomes much easier. SDG 10, Reduced Inequalities. Sustainable agriculture is a powerful bridge for reducing social and economic inequalities. Imagine small farmers who, with access to training and technology, can increase their production and enter markets previously out of reach. Programs that encourage direct purchases from these producers promote not only inclusion, but also the appreciation of rural labor. In addition, Sustainable practices create opportunities for historically marginalized communities, such as indigenous and Afro-descendant groups, preserving their traditional knowledge while integrating their products into the market. This change creates real and lasting impact. And speaking of change, imagine how these practices can help transform cities into more sustainable and integrated spaces. SDG 11 Sustainable Cities and Communities. Sustainable agriculture also has a place in cities, promoting a new form of integration between urban and rural areas. Community gardens, for instance, turn vacant lots into productive green spaces, providing fresh food and a sense of belonging for residents. These initiatives also help combat urban heat islands, improving the quality of life in city centers. Another practical example is vertical farming, which uses small spaces to produce food efficiently. Imagine buildings that, besides housing people, also grow vegetables on their facades or rooftops. These creative solutions connect sustainability and innovation. And speaking of innovation, the next step involves how we consume and produce more responsibly. SDG 12, Responsible Consumption and Production. Producing and consuming responsibly is at the heart of sustainability. Imagine a farm using composting to reduce waste and distributing its produce locally, preventing food waste and minimizing its carbon footprint. These practices not only save resources, but also create a virtuous cycle where every bit of food is valued to the fullest. In everyday life, consumers can also do their part by choosing sustainably sourced products and avoiding waste. Buying directly from farmers or opting for organic markets are simple examples that make a big difference. By adopting these habits, we are better prepared to face even greater challenges, such as climate change. SDG 13, Climate Action. Sustainable agriculture is a strategic ally in combating climate change. Techniques such as no-till farming and agroforestry help sequester carbon in the soil, significantly reducing emissions. Imagine a rural property using these practices while also planting native trees to create ecological corridors. It's a clear example of how the countryside can be part of the solution. Moreover, agricultural resilience is essential for addressing climate challenges. Growing plant varieties adapted to local climates or using efficient irrigation systems protects farmers from losses and scarcity. These actions not only mitigate environmental impacts, but also preserve vital ecosystems. And by protecting the planet, we also take care of life in the rivers and seas that surround us. SDG 14, Life Below Water. Sustainable agriculture directly impacts the health of aquatic ecosystems. Imagine practices that reduce the use of chemical fertilizers, preventing excess nutrients from reaching rivers and seas, which helps prevent issues like algae blooms. Additionally, integrated watershed management protects springs and ensures the flow of clean water for everyone, from human communities to aquatic fauna. Projects encouraging erosion control, like planting vegetation on riverbanks, are practical examples of preservation. These actions maintain ecological balance and ensure that water resources remain abundant and healthy. And as we care for the waters, taking care of terrestrial ecosystems also becomes a crucial priority. SDG 15, Life on Land. Taking care of the land is taking care of our own survival. Sustainable agricultural practices like crop rotation and agroecological management help protect biodiversity while preventing soil degradation. Imagine a property that preserves its riparian forests and maintains natural reserve areas, promoting a balance between production and conservation. This model ensures soil regeneration and the survival of various species. Furthermore, initiatives involving reforestation with native species contribute to the recovery of degraded areas and create ecological corridors for wildlife. These practices connect agricultural production with respect for terrestrial life, showing that it is possible to produce and preserve. And when thinking about balance, it is essential to ensure that public policies also reflect this vision. SDG 16, Peace, justice, and strong institutions. Sustainable agriculture does not thrive without policies that ensure justice and equal access to resources. Imagine a farmer who relies on public programs for credit and technology, enabling him to farm more efficiently and sustainably. These initiatives reduce inequalities, promote peace in the countryside, and prevent conflicts over resources like water and land. Moreover, effective institutions play a crucial role in creating legislation that protects both small farmers and the environment. Certification programs for sustainable products, for example, connect the producer to the market, generating income and recognition. And when the hands of government, society, and the countryside join, partnerships become the key to implementing lasting changes. SDG 17, Partnerships for the Goals. No one makes a transformation alone, and in sustainable agriculture, partnerships are essential. Imagine NGOs, governments, and farmers working together on an agroforestry project that benefits both local communities and the environment. These collaborations provide the resources, technical knowledge, and infrastructure needed to turn good ideas into concrete actions. Additionally, partnerships with research institutions bring innovation to the field, such as new cultivation techniques and technologies that increase productivity without harming nature. When everyone is aligned around a common goal, the impact is exponential. And this leads to a crucial question: how can we use agriculture to address the 17 SDGs? Let's find out. Agriculture is much more than we imagine. Now that you've seen how it can contribute to the 17 SDGs, the question remains: what will you do with this knowledge? Are you ready to adopt practices that make a difference, or to encourage those in the field to transform the world? Think about it. Every small action has the power to change lives, protect the planet, and create a sustainable future for everyone. And you? What's stopping you from taking the next step? Leave your ideas, questions, or how you can apply this in your life in the comments. And don't forget, subscribe to the channel, activate notifications, and continue learning how agriculture can be the answer to the most important issues of our time. Shall we build this future together? Up next, I'll leave a video about the multiple forms of sustainable agriculture and its benefits. See you soon. Let's move towards a bountiful Earth.